I've used Ponte Roma, which is a really nice knit fabric, to make 3 new garments to complete 3 more sets. Well, it's actually 4 because one of them turned out to be a 3-piece set. Super excited to share my new makes. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and I'm wrapping up sewing sets this week. I hope it's been a lot of inspiration for you to browse Love Notion's patterns, pick a few, put them together, use the same fabric, and you can have fabulous sets. I have already uploaded 2 episodes showing you how you can get different types of sets. Some are a little bit formal, some are very casual, very informal, using both knits and wovens. Some are a little bit more complex than others to complete, and others are quite simple. I hope it has given you some ideas. In the past, I have sewn mini capsule collections when there has been a big Love Notion sale. I think it's a lot harder to do that than to just commit to a set, which can be just 2 pieces, and it can even be 3 if you make a top and 2 types of bottoms. So it can be a lot of fun, and it can be super easy for you to get dressed afterwards, and plus they can multiply in your wardrobe because you can wear them as separates. Remember, the Love Notion sale is 40% off and runs through tomorrow, Friday the 9th of May. If you use my ambassador code that I'll leave in there so you can see, you get 45% off, and if you use my code, I do receive a small commission back from the designer. It's one way that you can support the work that I do here on YouTube, so I really appreciate it if you use my code, plus you get a little extra discount. Thank you so much. So on the first episode I showed you 9 sets, on the second I showed you 11, so we're up to 20, and today we're going to ramp it up to a total of 24 which is super fun. So I have chosen Ponte Roma for all of these just because the garments I've chosen, I have already made them using Ponte Roma. I thought it was cool. They were all Ponte Roma. I had to use the same settings for my serger, for my sewing machine, all black thread for all of them, which made it super easy. And I sort of batch sewed them. All of them had yoga waistbands. So I made all the yoga waistbands at once, and it was a process that took me one whole afternoon to make all of these 3 garments, including printing out the patterns because I had to print them out again for my size right now. So it was a pretty intense afternoon yesterday, but I got it all done. There's a pattern I've used about 20 times and I'll never stop using it, which is the Cebu Illusion skirt collection. It's not just one skirt in that pattern, there's 7 styles: pencil, A-line, asymmetric wrap, swing, pleated, gold. I mean, there's so many styles. They all have a yoga waistband. For one of them, I chose a super simple pencil skirt because I just had enough fabric for that. I didn't have enough for another style. What I did though to the front was add 4 inches at the center front so I could have a center front pleat. You can check that diagram right there. Super easy to do an inverted box pleat up to a certain point and then leave it open. And then it's a pencil skirt but with a little detail. This is the new pencil skirt. It's a houndstooth print, tiny, in red and black or black and red. Here is that box pleat that I told you about. I've sewn it up to a certain point and then I left it open. Super easy to do as a first step when I was sewing this, and then it's just side seams, sewing on the yoga waistband. The hem is done by hand here because I didn't want to ruin all those little houndstooth with a stitching going across. I don't like machine stitching on Ponte Roma usually when you can see it. I don't think it looks very nice. And I treat Ponte Roma as if I'm sewing with a woven, the way I deal with it. I serge the edges first, then I sew my seams and I press them open. I think it just lies so nice, and because it's a heavier fabric, it ends up looking less bulky on the sides than if I just went ahead and serged it and that's it. So that's what you can see there. 3/8 of an inch and pressed open, my hand hem, my pleat in the middle right there. I left an excess of 4 inches. And then I get this beautiful pleat, and I ended up using all the width of my fabric, which otherwise would have gone to waste. The back is simple. There's nothing special here. But I'm so happy to have this skirt because it's going to complete a set. Now, one thing I can say about the Cebu Illusion, at least for these fitted styles, I size up one size. I cut out a size extra large because there's quite a lot of negative E's and I wanted a little less negative E's. So personal preference, I did cut my yoga waistband to fit my waist nice and snugly. I made the skirt to go with this Fraser cardigan I made just a few weeks ago. It's the same print. I always knew I had enough for a pencil skirt, so that was super exciting. For this one, I hand sewed all that trim there along the curved band and along the pocket, and I think it's really cool. I also shortened this one by quite a lot because the original version is a lot longer. You're going to see it as a set. I'm also going to style the skirt other ways as well, so you can see how versatile it can be, all with Love Notions patterns, of course. This is a new Sybil skirt that I made, a pencil skirt in Ponte Roma with a houndstooth print, but I added a little pleat in the front just to add something different and just to put something that I like going into the skirt because the pencil skirt is really basic. I've got it paired with my sleeveless Metra blazer and just a simple cami underneath. You can really see the details of the skirt. It's a very basic skirt, but you don't need anything more when the print is so lovely. Pairing it with a Metra is always going to be something I do. I wear this sleeveless Metra so much. It literally goes with everything. Because my new Sybil skirt is nice and fitted, I've paired it with a harmony blouse, which is a swing style, more volume. So I think it goes perfect. It looks really balanced. It's super comfortable to wear. I love wearing swing styles because I can live my life and breathe and be comfortable. So pairing these up together was a no-brainer for me. I really love the pleat of the new skirt, and the detail on the top of the harmony is amazing. Now this is a set. I was dreaming about this one when I made my Fraser cardigan a few weeks ago. I had just a little amount left for the pencil skirt. I knew it was going to come eventually. And this Fraser cardigan has a few hacks. It's a little shorter. I put that trim all around the curved band and the pockets. I sewed that by hand. And I love how it looks with the pencil skirt with the pleat and the boots. I think it's super nice. Fraser cardigan is not a blazer, so it's not meant to be tailored like that. The pockets are a little slouchy because they're made out of knit, but the black trim just gives it that something extra, and I really love it. It's a really, really comfortable outfit. The pencil skirt, you just pull it up and wear it. It feels like you're wearing pajamas, literally. But I'm not. I'm wearing a really nice set, and I'm so happy to have it. If you're loving the sewing content and it's inspiring, don't forget to tap on the like button before you step out of this video. It really helps YouTube know that you like the content and helps other people find me as well. My second Sybil collection skirt is a different one with a dropped yoke with a flounce. So it's like a pencil skirt up to a certain point, and then it has a full circle flounce at the bottom. I think it's darling. I've already made one of these a little while back using an animal print, and I paired it with a matching La Bella Donna top. This was from Monday's episode, if you haven't seen it. I hadn't made that version of the Sybil collection skirt in a long time, so I made it again in this Ponte Roma. Check it out. It's so nice. Now, the only fitting adjustment I made here was to make this top section longer. Just because I'm taller, I want my skirt to be at the knee. If I'd left the original length, this would have been a very, very short skirt for me. So I added a substantial amount here, 4 inches to this part. That's like a pencil skirt. I just made it longer there and then sewed on the flounce without any change. So that is really nice. I have a yoga waistband. This one was very fast to sew, the main seams, put everything together. What took the longest was to hand baste that hem because it's curved and it's a lot of hem to do right here. I really didn't think I needed to do this one by hand because the print is quite busy. I don't think you're going to see the stitching that much. So that is how that looks. What I did was sew this piece to that piece first on both sides, and then I sewed the side seams right here. So they're all pressed open, all the same, using the serger and the sewing machine. My hem, 3/4 of an inch because it's quite curved. That's the biggest hem allowance I can do. And this is gorgeous. Now, this is going to match 2 things that I have for the top. So it ends up being like a 3-piece set. And now I have nothing left of this fabric. Absolutely nothing. I've used it all up. One of them is the Lincoln top. This one I made a couple of years ago. It's the exact same fabric. It's got a diagonal placket here with buttons, as you can see. And I made mine sleeveless. This can also have sleeves, of course. I've made several versions of this, and it's a really nice top. It's a little shorter, a little boxier. It's going to go perfect with this type of skirt that's more fitted at the waist and hips. So that's really nice. That's one option. The second option is my cleft coat. This one's so nice. It's a mix of Ponte Roma with linen accents. So the collar, the placket, and the pockets are all linen. same as the little welt pocket right here. And all the rest is the lovely Ponte Roma. I think it's gonna go perfect with my skirt. Again, this jacket is a little wider, a little boxier because the skirt has a fitted silhouette. I think it'll mesh perfect. And yeah, can't wait to put these together. Plus, you'll see it styled other ways.
This is my new Cebu skirt, a dropped yoke with a flounce. So it's essentially a shorter pencil skirt with the full circle flounce at the bottom in Ponte Roma. Super pretty. I've paired it with the Tamba top, which is also from Love Notions. It's got a really comfortable yoga waistband. Hem took a long time to do. I think it's what takes the longest for this skirt, but it's super comfortable, pull on and wear. Amazing. I love the combination with red, black and white. Can't go wrong. So this is one way I'm definitely going to wear this brand new skirt. It's also going to be part of a set, but you know, sets can work as separates. Here's my new Cebu skirt with one of my Aria shirts, button down, this time in a broderie anglaise with linen. I think blue goes beautiful here. Actually, this black and white skirt will pair with any colorful top, which is amazing. That's why I love making black and white things, because it's so versatile. In this case, it's going to be so comfortable. And I love this style of skirt. You always see these around. It's a classic style. It's very swishy, beautiful. Love the silhouette because it still keeps it fitted at the waist and hips. Now we're getting into the realms of a set. This is paired with my Lincoln top that I made a couple of years ago. It's the same fabric, super beautiful. The Lincoln top is shorter, boxier. It's a little oversized right now, but it's fine because the silhouette of the skirt is fitted. Lovely. I absolutely love this set. I think it's beautiful. I'm always showing off that comfy waistband because what could be better than wearing a yoga waistband? I love the red and the black and the white here. This is going to be a super fun set to wear in the summer. But you'll see that the other part of this set, the three-piece set, can also be worn in the winter. Now I've paired my new Cebu skirt with my clef coat that I made about 2 years ago. Beautiful, same fabrics. Now I've got nothing left of this Ponte Roma, and I could dress this up for winter, wear a turtleneck underneath, some boots, and be super comfortable. Context, my winter doesn't get too cold, so this is pretty much what I need to get warm. So I love how it looks here with the boots and this clef coat. The clef coat is super fun. I used the ponte and did all the accents in linen, so I mixed woven and knit. Same as for that little welt pocket, which is totally functional, and the large kangaroo pockets there. I think it's a really fun skirt that can be dressed up and down. I love doing both, so I love this set.
What I'm wearing in this episode is a Tamba top and the Tinley shorts. The Tamba top has a really cool raglan sleeve here that's easy to sew. There's a button placket option. There's also an option on the fold. It's got a casing right here on the neckline made with binding, and it's got elastic here. Lovely sleeves, super nice. You can sew a long sleeve as well. And these are broderie anglaise. So it's a really nice one to get on the sale. The third one is a pair of trousers. Now, these are the duet trousers. I've made this multiple times in woven, but this pattern is actually designed to work for wovens and knits. You can see there's a curved waistband with a zipper on the side, and that's what you do for the woven. I've actually hacked that to have zippers on the front. I've done all sorts of things. But for a knit, you could skip the zipper altogether and just pull them up and put on a yoga waistband on there. It's part of the pattern as well. And this time I've chosen Ponte Roma, which I think is a great type of fabric to replace a woven with because it'll behave similarly. It's more structured fabric. Although mine is super soft, there's a lot of rayon here and it does have some drape. I wouldn't make a duet trouser with a rayon spandex, for example, or a double brush poly. I think that's just way too flimsy ITY. I do think that Ponte Roma is the best fabric to make the duet trousers if you're wanting to try a knit. A heavy athletic knit would work as well. So yeah, it's amazing. I did everything the same, the pockets, the waistband, it's a yoga waistband instead. And the biggest thing here was the size change. So I'm a little over a size 14. It says 14 for hip is a 42.5, but then the finished garment measurements give you a lot more ease. So if I was using a woven, I would use a size 14 right now. So what did I do? I chose a size 12 because I prefer to have a snug fit on my hips. I think knit pants always look better if they're a little snug rather than being loose. That's just my preference, and it turned out perfectly. So I think sizing down 1 is perfect, but you still have to measure the rise and do all your fitting because, you know, that could change. And so for this version, the rise on the front for me is 1 inch longer. The rise on the back is only half an inch longer. So I still had to do rise adjustments, which is expected for me. Very painless process. I just did it by measuring and then I just went straight to my Ponte Roma. I didn't make a test garment, and that's just being confident in the pattern because I've made it so many times. I knew it was going to be okay, and it's okay. So check out this fabric. I know print pants are not for everyone, but they are for me. Check it out. This is a really nice black and blue print. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Here is my yoga waistband. No zipper right here, no zipper anywhere. You just pull them up. At the back, there are some waist studs that I kept, of course. And then I have the same type of pockets that are curved here. These are pockets that have a bag that goes all the way across. And on the curved pocket opening, as you've seen me do with many projects, I fuse non-fusible interfacing around that area. So basically, this pocket opening is 0 stretch. I totally suppress the stretch around the pocket entrance so that it keeps its shape and it doesn't stretch out over time. This is the straight leg version. There is a tapered leg version that I've made before. This is the first time I've made the straight leg version and I really liked it. I kept all the seam allowances the same. I serged all my edges beforehand and then sewed everything with a sewing machine as I did with the skirts, nothing different. And here is how it looks like on the inside. See, the pocket bag goes all the way across. It feels amazing across your tummy right there. And it's so nice. Seams pressed open on the sides. The hem, I did it by machine because the print is busy. And yeah, amazing pants. I actually timed myself sewing them. It took me 1.5 hours to sew. And so I think that's pretty nice. It was pretty relaxing. None of these makes took hours and hours to make. As I said, I sewed them all in one session. I really enjoyed it. I made the duet trousers to go with my Geneva pullover jacket. This was the latest pattern release just a couple of weeks ago. This is not in the site-wide sale, but I was just obsessed with having this set. I think it's going to be amazing. I could dress it up, I could dress it down. I just can picture it. It's going to be great having it. I don't have a set that's a jacket and a pair of trousers in a print knit at all. Not that I can recall. Everything's sort of a solid. So this is going to be different. It's going to be great. People are going to see me. Yeah, my husband and my son are going to find me easily if I'm about in a crowded place. So yeah, let's see the trousers as a set and also in other ways.
These are the duet trousers, and this is the first time I make them in a knit. I made these countless times in woven, but this time I used a Ponte Roma. It's a print that has black and blue on it. I really like the print, and I like it paired with my blue Aria shirt that I made recently. Blue is a color that I've always really liked, and the pants are really nice. I sized down 1 size to make these duet trousers and I used the yoga waistband. I don't have a zipper anywhere. I just pull them up and be super comfortable. I love it paired with a shirt, just tucked out, comfortable. No need to tuck in with this one. Here is my harmony blouse back. This time I've tucked it in on the side so you can see the details of the duet trousers. There are the curved pockets right here. The pocket bag goes all the way across. It's super, super comfortable. And I've got a neat yoga waistband. This is a straight leg silhouette of the duet trousers. There's one that's tapered, but this is the first time I've sewn the straight leg. And I think in Ponte, it's a really good choice. Super, super comfortable. And I love it paired with a harmony blouse. Now it comes time to see the set. This is a Geneva pullover that I made just recently. The Geneva is really nice. It's got these cool princess seams that come from the neckline and the front and the back, raglan sleeves and zipper options. It's a really nice jacket and I think it looks really cool with the matching pants. I know there's going to be the occasion where I'm going to feel amazing, and having a matching set makes it so much easier to get dressed. This is so comfortable. Check out the waistband of the duet. It's just a yoga waistband, super easy to sew, same as the pockets. Took me no time at all to make these, and I think it goes really, really nicely with the Geneva pullover. I know I can dress this same outfit up and down, sneakers. It just depends on the footwear basically and the bag. So this is going to be amazing to wear one day where I want to be dressed up in blue and black. Love it.
I hope this third episode about sets gave you ideas. I pretty much think I've included most patterns in Love Notions to pair them up as sets. It's so much fun. I really enjoyed doing it, and I hope you got a lot of inspiration. Don't forget that the sale ends tomorrow, Friday the 9th of May. Also tomorrow, Love Notions is releasing a new shirt pattern. It can actually be a shirt dress as well. This is what I've made as well. Here's a little sneak peek, 2-second sneak peek of mine. You'll see all about it tomorrow. I'm super excited to share. That's all from me. I'll see you back very soon on this channel. Bye.